Okay, another type of teaching philosophy or theory that is out there is learning styles. The one that I use the most often is called vark, visual, auditory, reading, and kinesthetic, by Neil Fleming. They usually he presents that there are students that learn more when they do stuff by visual. There are students that do it by hearing or reading or kinesthetic. I take it a step further though, and I combine them. So he states that visual students have a preference to see. They prefer looking at it to learn. I have a problem in that I'm one of those people that can't just see it or I can't just hear it. I have to combine those, and a lot of my students in my self-contained room have the same problem. The one that they struggle the most with is the reading. I do have to say that. However, if I read it out to them and they're listening to it, they tend to have a better ability to retain it. So I try to take these and combine them, because he does say don't fall into the trap of thinking that someone who has a certain preference or approach, that's the only way to teach them, because that's not what they're saying. We should be working with that preference, but we should not give them that information in the same way all the time. We should be combining them. So we should notice what our students' learning style preferences are, but I think it's important for us to notice it's a preference. We shouldn't be thinking that that's the only way they can learn. And I do know that when they come into my classroom, their expectation is to see that I'm looking at those learning styles, especially with my special needs students. But I'm going to say that I combine them. For example, I have the young lady that's dyslexic, and I will do the visual, have that in written out on the table, and she traces it, or she does see it in the air. We will say it in. We read it as we're saying it in. And the kinesthetic is the feel, sometimes on sandpaper, or put it in kinesthetic sand, so that the child gets the feeling for learning. I do think I use this in my classroom. I just don't think I do it singly. I put it all together.